beginning. Okay. All right. So we live in Pasco County. So the sheriff's department, each county has their own sheriff's department. So we have the jurisdiction in the whole county. Right now, we have about 500 sworn law enforcement officers. We have 3 districts. I don't know if you can, if my picture's over it or not, if you can see the whole PowerPoint or not. I don't know if you can see my video. It's actually over the map, but let me move it over here. So you have 3 districts. Each district has a district captain in charge of 4 squads or 4 platoons, and we work 12 on, 12 off, and we have 2 squads out all the time. So the shifts are from 5 in the morning to 5 at night, 6 in the morning to 6 at night, and then they get relieved by the 5 at night coming in, and then the 6 o'clock at night relieves the 6 o'clock in the morning crew. And then we also have a field training office, like a squad, a platoon out from 11 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock at night. So there's always constant overlap over there. We keep going up. Let me see here, somebody else. I just let somebody else in. So you always have coverage. You know, crime doesn't really like to take a break or anything. So you always have to have people out there on the road. Let's see. So this is kind of like our district map over here. You can tell most of the people live up here in the Newport Richey area, in the Trinity area. Maybe in a couple more years from now, they might make another one with Wesley Chapel, you know, growing up so much. You know, so that this is kind of like how the county is divided. So in order to work with us, you have to live in Pasco County, Hernando, Sumter, Citrus, Lake, or Polk, Hillsborough, or Pinellas. So we don't want anybody living down south because, you know, it just takes one guy with a flat tire and you're on a delay for 3 hours trying to get to work. So these are some of their rules. If you're a law enforcement officer with us, you have you get a take-home car. So the take-home car is free if you live within inside our county. If you live outside this county, it's prorated. So the highest you'll pay though is $212. So if you live in Citrus County, and you know it's a good hour and some change away, the most you'll pay is $212 for the whole month. So that comes with the free gas card. You know how to pay insurance for that vehicle, so it kind of pays for itself. Because if you drive, you know, for 1 week from Citrus to Pasco, you're gonna probably be paying about $200 a week in gas. So it kind of pays for itself. If you live in Pasco, it's free. So we're starting off right now at $51,000. Starting off, that's $23.35 an hour. They work a normal law enforcement deputy works only about 14 days a month. So you work 2 days on, 2 days off. Those are 12-hour days, and then you have 3 days on. I'm sorry, 2 days on, 2 days off, 3 days on, 3 days off. So every other weekend you have a long weekend, a long 3-day weekend, and then on your days that you choose 2 days off, they're usually during the middle of the week. So it's pretty cool. You get to go to the bank or get to go grocery shopping, and there's no lines because it's not the weekend. So these are our new Tahoes that we got. They're 2021s and 2022s, so they're really, really nice. The reason why we have that is because we have a whole bunch of equipment that we had to put in there. We have active shooter vests, we have some ballistic shields, you have all your safety equipment that you have if you roll up on a scene, a traffic accident or something like that. We have cones and everything in the back, and we also have a long rifle. We have an AR-15. I think I might have a picture of it. You have an AR-15. You know, we get a handgun down here, a taser. You're getting a auto carrier, ballistics vest. So it's not It's bullet resistant, not bulletproof. So a lot of people like being law enforcement too, because on your days off, there's 2 days off, and those 3 days off that you're off, not working your regular shift, you can actually do off-duty details. So say if you are working, say you're off and you're working a Christmas parade and it's Christmas Day, you can make $58 an hour for off duty. Now this is different than overtime. And but if you do the off duties, you also get to bring your police car, and you get to wear your uniform and everything like that. So you don't have to use your own car or anything. So it's really good. A lot of the deputies make extra money doing this. So this is that take-home car policy I was telling you. So if you live it's less than 3 miles. So if you live over 3 miles, you got to pay $25. If you live over 6 miles, it's $50. 10 miles, $84. 127 if you're 15 miles past the thing. So 212 is 15 or more outside. So, you know, if you live 15 miles up northern Hernando County or southern Hillsborough, you'd be paying that much amount, but you've been saving some money on gas if you were taking your own car home. This is kind of your job schedule right here. That, like I said, you work 2 days on, 2 days off, 3 days on. You work 3 days. And yeah, 3 days off the next weekend. So we get paid benefits. We get sick leave, we get vacation hours. We have some really nice gyms with us. We have college tuition reimbursement all the way up to master's degree. Health insurance, you can use any of the Pasco County clinics for free, as long as you're enrolled in one of our healthcare plans. So if you're sick, you can go to the one of the county health sites. There's an app and a website they can go and usually get in that day or the next day for if you got a cold or just need to see the doctor for a physical. So those are some things that and this is free as long as you're in one of those. And so if you go there and you get referred out and you have to have x-rays or something like that, it's no cost to you. And if they give you any type of prescriptions, the prescriptions are all free. So this is one of those things. And we also have where you can pay, as long as you're in one of these medical coverages over here, you can use that My Health on Site, what I just showed you. The clinics are free, or you can use your primary care manager, and then the biweekly cost. So for an employee with a family, the max you'll pay is $400 for like the top tier one, or you can get these different options over here, but they just have higher deductibles with it. So it may cost a little bit more now, but you might have to pay a higher deductible if you go to your primary care manager. We have dental, we have life insurance, we have vision. So really good plans here. Also, we have a really good retirement system. We're under the Florida retirement system. So say if you're a deputy and you're making, say you're a lieutenant and you retire at 30 years and you're making $100,000. When you retire and you did 30 years, you're gonna be making $90,000 a year in retirement for doing nothing. Basically, if you start off when you're 20 and retire when you're 50 and you're 30 years, you're going to be making $90,000 a year for the rest of your life. So and that's with you. And also you can also do any other investments plans that you want, IRAs, personal IRAs, and stuff like that too. There's places you can go through us as well and put in more of your own money if you want. So you could have more. So basically what I told you, so in order to work for us, these are some of the disqualifiers. You can't have certain piercings, the drugs, can't have an arrest record. That's, if you've been arrested before, it doesn't mean you're disqualified. It just depends on what the charge is and all that. Some tattoos, You can't have if they're offensive. And then we have no tobacco or tobacco free on duty, off duty for nicotine, vaping, Tide Podding, everything free. You can't do that on or off duty. And that helps keeps our, not only your body healthier, but it keeps our insurance health costs lower than it would if you're at a different agency that you're allowed to do those, at least smoke. This is our vaping generating electronic devices notice that you can't do it, and you can do it all the way up to the time you join. And just after that, and believe it or not, they do have nicotine tests up there. I've seen human resources do the nicotine test. Tattoos, you can have tattoos, you can have sleeves. Then again, it just depends on the person's point of view, if they are seen as racist, sexist, or obscene, or from an extremist point of view. So I would, if you're going to get a tattoo, I would definitely make sure it doesn't fit in one of these categories. Here's your legal use of drugs. So anything harder than marijuana, you can't have done it within 5 years. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. If you're going to do an illegal drug, I would definitely make sure you know what you're doing, and make sure that you want to risk working in law enforcement or not. Here's your arrest history. The biggest thing is a felony or any type of perjury. And your driving history, if you've been suspended more than once, or has been suspended more than one time, you're probably not gonna be able to work for us. Or if you've had a DUI, it has to be more than 3 years. Or if you show like a flagrant disregard to traffic laws, like you have multiple speeding tickets that are within a certain time frame, they may not hire you. And then if you get kicked out of the military. All right, so it takes about, if you're gonna do law enforcement or a civilian job, it takes about a month and a half, 2 months to go through the whole process. So basically what that means is, that you're going to go through that process. You have to give human resources all your paperwork and stuff like that. Your birth certificate, your social security card, your high school transcripts, to prove that that's you. And then you go through a gauntlet of questions through the, you might have to do an oral interview board where you sit down in front of a panel of 5 to 6 deputies and they ask you why you want to be a law enforcement officer. If you're doing a civilian route, you might sit down with the hiring manager and maybe one of the bureau commanders, and they're going to ask you some questions. Hey, what would you, why should we hire you? What do you bring to the table? Stuff like that.